two fellas from Kansas and a whatever from Indiana
are looking for the signs and into the stars for the perfect pair of motion pictures.
out there.
A couple of flicks, 3 corn-fed cinephiles, otherworldly connections.
This is the Midwestern Crop Circle Double Feature.
Yet another movie podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Midwestern Midwestern Crop Circle Double Feature.
We just gotta change it at some point.
Anyway, my name is Zay. I'm the anti-Christian. Because I'm the number one enemy today. Just because I won't lie to make Christian feel better. I'm in the minority of this By the way, I'm in the minority. I know I am. You guys won. This is a beloved movie. Sorry.
It's true.
We'll get it. Who do we have with us?
Well, for one thing, you have me, Christian, which this is not the first anti-Christian club that has been formed in my lifetime. The second only being sophomore year math class.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Where every time one of my friends wouldn't bring in her homework, I went, Ms. Gladback, Mary didn't bring her homework in.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, I'd understand why people turned against you, maybe.
Yeah, you kind of earned that one.
Little did I know she was going through some family issues.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
I'm Brett. I've never tattled on someone for not bringing their homework, but I am on Christian's side tonight.
Wow. That's what happens when you invite somebody to a movie.
It's true.
You were following us home, too, which is the crazy part.
Yeah, I took a little bit of a scenic route.
What scenic route? 119th Street?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, he drives kind of fast. I'd never want him in my car. So, why are we hating me tonight?
Oh my God, because I have my own opinions, because I'm my own person.
It's my opinion!
I didn't act this way when you didn't like Babe Pig in the City.
I did not like it.
And I did not like When Harry Met Sally. I gave it 3 stars and a heart, and I'm being attacked.
The heart is significant.
It seemed too low.
And I felt it's where it was for me. We'll get into it. The Apartment, 5 stars.
I mean, everybody thinks that's 5 stars.
It's true. I did look through Letterboxd last night, and pretty much everybody
pretty
gives
high
it
up there.
5 stars.
Well, if you didn't know, that's the movies we're talking about.
Movies where the theme is someone watches Best Picture winner on their television set.
Oh my God, that's true.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't connect that, huh? And a movie that introduces the concept of having fun at places with food? I don't know.
Groundbreaking.
I tell you what, we went to that Katz Deli over the summer where Harry met Sally, and I get it. I get it a lot. Their pastrami was no joke. It was expensive. $30-some for a half a sandwich.
Jesus Christ.
For a half?
Right, yeah, it's a half. And some soup.
Absolutely
Jeez.
not.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like the tourist. Okay, it's like the tourist trap in New York for restaurants, but it's worth it to go. Like, honestly, it was so good. And if you lose your ticket, you have to pay $50.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's that look like? Do you like reserve a time online?
No, you just walk in.
You
We
just
had to
walk
wait
in?
out.
Okay.
We had to just wait outside.
Was there a line?
We had to wait outside.
Oh, wait outside. Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a line around the building.
Wow.
Yeah. And then you like go in, the person gives you a ticket. You go up to the counter and you say, I want this. And you hand them your ticket. You make sure you emphasize you have money for the tip. You put the tip in the jar, and then they give you a piece of meat to sample. And then they shave it and they do all the stuff. They give you the soup. They sign the ticket. You go on to where the drinks are, and then you pray to dear God you find a seat.
All right.
We sat with a couple from Chicago.
Cute.
Oh.
Yeah. It's an experience.
Well, I'm glad the food was worth it.
It very much was. The soup, I had it on like a 100-degree day. It was very good. So yeah, there you go. When Harry Met Sally. Good movie. Great movie. We all loved it. Next.
I feel like we just got to dive in.
Happy Popcorn Day too, everybody.
It's popcorn day?
Sure.
Yeah.
Huh.
Again, got to see Brett like down a bucket of popcorn. Like, goodness.
Yeah. Shout out Christian for making it half price for me.
You make it
Very
sound
kind of
like you made it sound like I did something.
Threaten
have
someone.
Oh, also when we're recording this, I went to go see Lord of the Rings in theaters, and it was a great time. And I had to go to the bathroom quite a bit in the third one because it was very long, but it was very good. Also today, I told Brett this story, but like there was a poster of Project Hail Mary, and a girl walked right past me and was like, "Oh, that's the guy from The Fall Guy." And I'm like, out of every single movie that she could have said, and before Brett got back for the bathroom, Toby went, she could have said Deadpool. And I was like,
Toby.
And he was like, I don't know. I don't care about them.
I say, oh my God, it's the guy from that episode of Goosebumps. Say cheese or die. He was in it.
That's a pull.
It's a pull.
That seems like a niche joke.
Hey, there's 2 people out there. I was like, hey, I got it. They're not listening to this, but they got it.
All right. Are we getting into it?
Yes.
Okay. Which one are we starting with first?
I don't remember.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whatever you choose.
Let's go old first. Let's start happy and then get sad.
I would say the old one is the sadder of the 2, but sure.
Too bad. Here we go. Well, originally I thought that we were going to be recording this much earlier in January than we are. And yeah, that wasn't the case. But whatever. It's a new year, new movie watching, all that. So both of them really have an emphasis on New Year's Eve, which my other plan was hopefully, you two stayed home on New Year's Eve and watched these like I did. But I don't know. I guess we're popular and stuff enough to go out on New Year's Eve.
I won the New Year's Eve party.
Both of you said, here's the thing.
I won points. My Aries was activated. I won the game.
My thing is, Christian, I imagine you've seen both of these films many times. You probably wouldn't have even needed to rewatch them to talk about them.
Honestly, no.
I need to watch them closer to the recording date to make sure I have all my thoughts in line. So
I needed that for When Harry Met Sally. For The Apartment, I saw it in the theater last year. And honestly, I probably didn't need to rewatch it, but I like to rewatch it, so I did.
there you go.
Well, we hadn't even said the name of the movie we're talking about, but it is The Apartment. So thanks there. But it is directed by the great Billy Wilder, who we talked about on the old show quite a bit, actually. Honestly, one of my faves. Like, I don't know, just the range of the types of films that he made. And actually, before I even thought about picking these two, I was going to pick another one of his, which I won't talk about because I don't want to give it away in case I want to pick it some other time. But yeah, this is also like, honestly, this is late stage Billy Wilder. Like in the 60s, he's starting to really wind down a bit. But still, this is a Best Picture winner, co-written by I.A.L. Diamond, which that's like, what kind of name is that? What is his real name? Okay, I looked up his real name here. He's from Romania, now Moldova. It's Itzek Dominiki. There you go.
Okay.
So, Billy Wilder being too from Austria-Hungary. So it's very interesting to me that Billy Wilder, somebody from Europe, making such American movies too. Like The Way of American Life, Hollywood Shoe, Sunset Boulevard, of course, being like one of my favorites of all time. So The Apartment is a story about and American life, and really the American workforce here, starring Jack Lemmon, who I absolutely love in this, as Calvin Clifford, also known as Cece Baxter, who is an office worker. I think he's pretty mundane office worker. I mean, he goes to work, he goes home sometimes, as we'll find out, and he is kind of that typical, what now would be the cubicle worker. Um, he's just there. And when I say he goes home sometimes, it's because he lends out his apartment to the higher ups of the office that he works for. He lends them out for their affairs, shall we say. Which in reality, yes, it is. I mean, yeah, it's the 1960s. We don't say this type of stuff. But it is these rich men having affairs with their mistresses under the discretion of their wives and using Cece's apartment as kind of their cover story. Sometimes he's left out in the cold just to wait it out till everybody's finished. His neighbors are super suspicious. They know that something's happening in there, but they think it's him bringing home like a multitude of women. The higher ups played by Fred McMurray, which is like his actual boss that he reports to, as Jeff Sheldrake, who I really love in this performance. Fred McMurray in Double Indemnity, which is a movie we talked about back in the past. So reuniting with Billy Wilder here. And it's also interesting to think that like around this time, he's making, I'm going to make sure. Yeah, he's making the TV show My Three Sons, which is like, wholehearted American family, yada, yada, yada. But at the same time, he's really a scummy boss with a lot of shitty things happening. He's also making Disney movies around this time and just happy family comedies. But yeah, he uses the apartment, which we'll talk about, I guess, the apartment as a character in and of itself. Also, Ray Walston, yeah, as Joe Dovish, who's like another manager in this company who used the apartment quite frequently and stuff. And in all of this, too, with all the women that they bring over, we find ourselves a wonderful actress and a young Shirley MacLaine, who, girl, if you're listening to this podcast right now, because you're still with us, we love you. We'd love you to come on. Why the hell not? She plays Fran Kublik, who's an elevator operator. I love this fact that like we had to have elevator operators for the longest time, but this is the 60s and the elevators are pretty modern in this. But she's literally just there to like hit the floor button, close the door, and just stand with everybody else, go up, go down, go up, go down. There's sort of a relationship. I think it's a mutual friendship at first between her and Cece. I mean, it just to the point where they just talk and everything. He invites her out a few places, and she's like, "Oh, I'd love to, but I can't." Well, it turns out that his boss and Fran are actually two of the people having an affair together and using the apartment. And there is, I mean, I guess you've had like 60 plus years to see this movie. So, I mean, it really shouldn't be much of a spoiler. But there's a whole issue where she really loves Sheldrake, and he's like, well, I got a wife and stuff, so I can't really love you back. And so she tries to essentially off herself. And this is happening in Cece's apartment. He didn't know what the hell to do. He calls his neighbor, who happens to be a doctor. He's like trying to explain the situation as best he can without giving it too much away, because obviously that's embarrassing and that's not something he needs to be discussing and everything. But after that, while her life is saved, it just gets really, I think to me, it gets really sweet and sentimental, because you just have something that goes from a mutual friendship to like a, hey, I'm falling for you, in the old Hollywood grandeur style of, maybe this could be something more, but still being like, I want to make sure that you're going to be okay. And it's a lot of that of making sure that Fran is going to be okay before she reintroduces herself, and making sure that everything is fine. She doesn't cause a scene. She doesn't make things worse for herself, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, I think that's pretty much to the extent of it that I would want to talk about. But I've seen this movie a lot of times. I mean, I've seen all the Best Picture winners, so I really loved it. It's not obviously my personal winner from 1960 because that's Psycho, But like, I think just watching this, the performances of both Jack Lemmon and Shirley MacLaine, and even Fred McMurray, I'm like even more obsessed with them, especially Shirley's. Like her performance is just it's sorrowful and it's hopeful. I don't know. She's just a really good actress, and I know that I really want to talk about why she didn't win the Academy Award, which history has shown is very kind of controversial. But yeah, I want to start with Zay, because Zay's seen this, and then end with Brett, who has not seen this.
Brett, you never seen this?
Nope.
That's crazy. Okay. When I watched it for the first time in 2017 and I liked it. And then I rewatched it last year and it really just like blew me away. I don't know what the difference was in like 8 years, but it was just like, oh my God, this is one of the best movies to ever be made. What the fuck? Um, and then I rewatched it today. And it's just like one of those things where like, I guess because I am more of an adult now, I'm just like, I get it. Just like I've been in the workforce long enough that I'm like, yeah, I understand who these people are. These people who don't really see the people beneath them as people, but as an opportunity to either like get what they want out of life or like, but yeah, literally as many times as he's like, hey, it's my apartment. They're like, you're so fucking selfish, man. What the hell are you talking about? I need to get some pussy tonight if you know it's good for you.
I mean, I think one of the parts that stuck with me that I never really thought about is they also rat him out to Fran's brother-in-law,
Mm.
Yeah.
where it's like, we don't know what's happening over there. And then like, oh yeah, no, she's probably over there. Here's the address. Here's the phone number. Here's how to get in and all that.
Yeah.
I almost thought, Zay, you were going to say, I too have an apartment.
Not quite. I did find it interesting though, because I'm like, nowadays he wouldn't be able to afford that apartment by himself anyway. He'd have a roommate. There's no movie.
True.
The movie is his
Absolutely.
And
his
it was
roommate.
a nice apartment
Yeah.
too.
No,
Yeah.
there's room in that kitchen. Bigger kitchen than I got.
The bathroom was its own separate room.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, studio apartment today? Absolutely not.
Nope.
What was it? One aspect I really liked that you didn't quite touch on was like his neighbors and like especially the doctor. I don't know. I think those are some of the funniest parts of the movie where he's just like, oh, look at this tomcat getting ladies over. And he's got one lady sick in bed. And now he's got another lady coming over. And he's like so scandalized because no one believes him about anything he's trying to say. Or he at least doesn't want to like say, oh, I'm renting my apartment out so people can fuck in it.
Right.
Or like the other elderly neighbor lady who brings over the soup, right? It's soup
Yeah.
that she brings over. And she's like, I'll wash the dishes. And he's like, I got it. She's like, I'll wash the dishes.
But yeah, I think it's just like a very nice, touching movie that I don't know. I said this briefly in the review I made today. It was just like the working class doesn't get a lot of media anymore. It feels like everything's like people have a job, but it's not important to the plot. Or
Materialists.
well, that I thought of that one, honey. Trust me, I thought about it. Captain America's really miserable in that apartment. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I kind of think of like something like Roseanne was like the last breath of like that sort of thing. The sitcom, not necessarily the actress, who then got rich and then she got crazy. So at the end of the day, I think it's all just a telltale sign. But just like I've always like really reacted positively to seeing working class people in movies and TV. And it just feels like we're getting less and less and less of that. Because I'm like, those are the people I can relate to, no matter what the circumstance is. I'm like, you have a job that is taking up most of your life. But it's
Now
also
you make me think of like more types of movies like that. Like just looking on the shelf right now, because of Best Pictures and stuff, like Everything Everywhere All at Once. Obviously,
Sure.
that's their whole life is revolved around the laundromat and stuff, and they're trying to save themselves from it and everything. And even Coda,
Mm,
I mean, the family is fishermen,
sure.
Mhm.
and it's like they're trying to figure out that while they're also like threatened and stuff. So yeah,
Um, now you made me lose my track of thought. God damn it.
good.
But no, I do really like this movie. I really love Billy Wilder. He is one of my favorites. Um, this would be my pick for best film of 1960, personally. Psycho's in the conversation, but I do really love this movie. And I'm glad I came back around on it to realize how important it is to me now. I know what I was going to say. I just love that it's, well, A, don't date your coworkers. That's never a good thing, but.
From experience.
No, though I did.
There was a pause.
Well, I had to be like, well, I have, but it wasn't really a problem. We were pretty deep into the relationship at that point that it was not a problem. You shouldn't have a new relationship with a coworker. That's dangerous. Anyway. But regardless, it's like, it's really nice to just like, so much of your life seems to have no meaning. And then someone enters your life and suddenly everything feels new. And I'm like, I think that's a lot of what I love about this movie.
Billy Wilder also has 2 musicals based on his movies.
Hmm,
Sunset Boulevard and this.
interesting.
This musical is called Promises, Promises.
Oh, I've heard of that. Okay.
Yeah, and like a 2010 revival with Kristen Chenoweth and Sean Hayes. And there was
Oh.
one critic that was like, "Isn't he gay? How can he fall in love with her?"
Because it's Kristen Chenoweth.
But yeah, if you've ever heard the song "Say a Little Prayer," that's from this, the musical version.
Okay.
Is it?
Well, I mean, it's prominently featured in this because Burt Bacharach wrote the score to it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah. There's your musical fun fact for the day, y'all. Okay, now Brett, who probably hated this or something, we don't know.
Nope, I loved it too.
Oh, good.
Yes. Very easy movie to love. I like how it's about a lot of different things. I'm really interested in the whole, like you said, Zay, the working man, like trying to make it within that corporate structure, in this insurance agency.
Which isn't to
I
say
like
he's
that.
even good at his job to get at these. Like, he's literally just making
No.
connections for him to move on up. Because we really don't
Right.
see him working.
That's what I was thinking. Like, only at the very beginning and stuff, but even then.
And there's that guy who sits next to him, and he's like, "Are you getting a promotion?" He's like, "I don't know, maybe." And he's like, "I've been here way longer than you have." So there's that. There's the whole part, about the suicide attempt and just the whole relationship between the two of them. And throughout all of it, kind of weaved in, you have the comedy, and it really works in every facet of the movie. I find it. I find this movie really funny, and it's a movie that doesn't feel like it's trying too hard to be funny. It just feels like one that's written and made by funny people and starring funny people, just getting to do their thing. But the various situations, like I love the scene in the beginning where he has to rearrange who is staying at his apartment because he's not feeling well, and he's going through the book and making all the phone calls and let me move this and this, and they got to check in with their mistresses. There's a lot of stuff like that is really funny and like situational stuff, but doesn't feel forced and doesn't feel over the top. It just kind of feels natural to the story and this guy's life. But yeah, Jack Lemmon I think is really great here. I think, like I said, part of the reason why it's so funny is just because that's the way he is. And it's just, you could just tell it comes natural to him. I read that the scene where he is making dinner and he's singing was one of the few points where Billy Wilder let him improvise.
Hmm.
And I was watching, I was like, that feels like that's something that Jack Lemmon is just doing. And it works really well. Shirley MacLaine is really great in this movie, and her character and the performance are really interesting to me because when she first shows up, like her first entrance, she just seems like a firecracker. And it's established very early on that she's the one girl in the office that none of the upper management guys can get into bed. And, seems very, I don't know, just kind of like doing her own thing. But then we kind of find out that she is very vulnerable too, just like CC. And I think the screenplay does a really nice job of leading us into that through the dinner she has with him and establishing the affair that she is having with Fred McMurray's character. But it really works because I think at the end of the day, Lemon and McClane have really great chemistry. And I think setting it up in a way that they pretty much fall in love because Lemon steps up to take care of her when she needs it most. And I also really like how it ends where, because I was thinking the whole time, like, where is this guy going to go? He is stuck in this, corporate workplace where the name of the game is do some bad shit to stay ahead and keep getting up the ladder. But at the end of the movie, he's just too good to stay there. And I think it's really cool that it ends that way. I like the way that whole scene comes about. And yeah, also
it's so interesting that it's like the executive washroom. That's such a thing in movies at this time. Like, I want a key to a private bathroom that I can just like destroy myself after a hearty lunch of what does Carol eat in Carol? Cream spinach and cream
nice.
spinach and poached eggs. There we go.
You're like Tim Robinson in Friendship. I could eat whatever I want. Something that stinks.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that's a stand-up and cheer moment where he gives Fred McMurray the key. And at first it seems like it's the key to the apartment. And then he comes in and it's the key to the washroom. That's just like a stand-up and fist pump type moment in the movie. I also like how progressive it is. It's one that, like, again, trust the audience. It doesn't tell us right away what the apartment is being used for, but we can tell. But then it just becomes more and more clear through the interactions with the guys who are using it. And there's also a moment that the doctor comes in while the brother-in-law is there. And he's like, who's this guy? And he's like, oh, he's a doctor. And he's like, what kind of doctor? And Lemon's like, not that kind of doctor. And it's just like stuff like that. It's cool that they weave stuff like that into a movie where, this is still, the Hays Code is still around. We're not quite out of it yet. So it's really, it's a cool artifact for that reason as well.
It's also like, I was thinking of New York at this time too. Like, this is still the New York that you think of when you see like an older classic movie like this. Like, he goes to the freaking Music Man. That's as like that's as nice and polished, wholehearted as you can think of. When then, what is it, like 9 years later, you have Midnight Cowboy set in New York City, and it's like the crime-ridden grit and grime. Look at Times Square with all the porno theaters. Like, it really takes a turn all of a sudden, while New York and this is like, everything's nice. But under the surface, though, there's all this shit happening that's in the apartment.
Yeah. I like what you said, Zay, about just like the emotional depth of it too. Because it is quite sad at times to hear the characters and what they go through and how much they struggled with love. A shot that really got me pretty good is when Shirley MacLaine comes down and is talking to him about how, he's finally getting divorced, Fred McMurray's character, and we're going to be together. And you could tell she's kind of waiting for him to be like, oh, don't do that. We belong together. But then he says, oh, no, I got my date over there. We're going to have a great time tonight. And then like he walks past and the camera kind of watches him walk. And the woman that he was talking about, some other guy comes in and swoops her up and they walk off. And stuff like that is really, I think, emotionally powerful too.
I also like the ending of this a lot. First of all, ending on New Year's Eve, which we'll see here in a second with our other movie too. But like, as simple as what they do, they're just playing gin and shut up and deal, and you don't end on a kiss or anything, because it's like, you know what, we don't need to kiss right now. We need to make this connection to make sure that, hey, we actually do fit. We do belong together. Maybe we'll start slow in this case, which is a difference of what you would expect happening in the apartment, all these rendezvous. It's a very delicate, wholehearted moment now.
Yeah. It also just seems like McClane's character is controlling where it's going to go a little bit.
Mhm.
Because right up to her saying that shut up and deal, he literally professes his love to her and says, I love you. And she's like, just shut up and deal.
If you have back-to-back Billy Wilder movies between this and Some Like It Hot the year before, where it ends with like an iconic line read, we love to see it.
I like at the ending that, like, clearly neither of them are even, like, paying. They're, like, looking at each other, and he's, like, throwing the cards, and you can see her hand, like, trying to reach to see if she can, but, like, she's not looking down at all. I think that's very cute, too.
Yeah.
What would be the modern game they'd be playing? They'd be playing Uno.
Probably.
And instead of shut up and deal, she'd be like, draw 4.
Oh, my God. Oh.
You don't like Uno?
I don't know. I don't like how I don't like her saying, instead of shut up and deal, draw. Now it just, like, got real commercial. Like, oh, we're getting that Uno money.
What is another game? Oh, you face 10. She lay them all down. She go face 10. I think the Uno one works better. I will say that this movie won quite a bit of Oscars. So it won for film editing, art direction, which the set of this is actually like it's pretty nice, and that's the apartment, but it's also the workplace itself, with all the desks and everything, and also reading the background of that where they use some children to make it seem like they're going farther back. That's cool. Best screenplay original. Yes, original, because it says story and screenplay. So and then Billy Wilder for director and picture. Jack Lemmon did not win. Shirley MacLaine did not win, and she probably would have if Elizabeth Taylor hadn't had a damn tracheectomy for one of the worst best actress wins of all time.
What do you
for a movie
mean?
we don't talk about.
Everyone loves Butterfield 8. To this day, everyone's talking about Butterfield 8.
It was almost a double feature for the night. And then also Jack Kirshian? He got a nomination for this for playing the Doctor, Dr. Dreyfus. Yeah, like that's a nice nomination.
It was shocking when he just starts smacking the shit out of her to wake her up.
If it works.
I was just like, it came out of nowhere. It was very funny, but...
Well, there you go. Brett, how many Best Picture winners have you seen now?
Not as many as you think. Probably, I think somewhere in the 50s, probably. Maybe 60s.
7.
Oh my God. I said 47.
I mean, the whole thing was when we were doing Gilded Films, I was like, I'm not going to rush to watch them because we'll watch them when we get to them through this podcast. Now that I'm not doing that anymore, I've got to get busy, I guess. So.
Oh, believe me, every so often I'm like, I think it's time for him to watch another one.
There you go.
And I say that with evil intent.
I will not be watching. Wait a minute. Did we watch Cimarron?
We did not.
Nope.
Swear to God. I'll be out that day. You can get a special guest.
And the common theme of Cimarron and whatever else is movies Christian has actually fallen asleep to.
Avatar Way of Water, here we go.
Oh there we go. We go.
Oh, no.
Oh, Lord. All right. That was The Apartment. Anything else?
My last thought, I love that the beginning was inspired by The Crowd. The Crowd, I would say, is a very underseen, really great movie, and it made sense when I was watching it that's where they would pull that from. So
when is The Crowd coming to Criterion? Criterion, listen to us. We have influence.
Instead, they're putting out, I don't know, nothing bad lately, right?
Yeah, no, it's been pretty good.
They just did another announcement.
Yeah.
The fact they put Pee-wee on Criterion, that legitimizes them even more for me. Oh my God. So, okay, well, our next movie is considered by the three of us to be one of the greatest romantic comedies there is of the 80s and 90s, really. One that changed not only my life, but Zay's life as well. Um, and I would say that from what I know of Zay in the 11 years I've known you.
Oh, has it
Wow.
been that long?
Yeah.
This felt like forever.
Damn.
God knows I can't rate anything 3 stars without Big Bird crashing through the fucking door.
That is very true. I want to show Brett because Brett's not putting us on video or anything. Look at the background that I have for Zay on tap. It's literally the Big Bird crashing
And,
through
like,
the door.
My phone is like at the end of its life. I have not updated iOS in the longest time. And Christian was like,
Same.
"So you didn't see this?" And I was like, and then he showed me what it used to be, and I was like, I've been blind to this entire time. So shout out Apple. Thank you for letting us have products that have expiration dates.
Oh shit. All right, the movie is When Harry Met Sally. And I think that maybe Zay doesn't care for this film that much is because our relationship has been similar to Harry and Sally.
We've never fucked.
I mean, sure.
We've never set up our
Anyway.
best friends with each other.
I was looking for a red suede pump.
Mm.
Oh, God. All right. When Harry Met Sally. So, Rob Reiner.
Rest in peace.
There we go. Okay. Zay said more power to you.
HBO. I watched this on HBO and they added like an in memory of, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no. I was like, HBO, whatever. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Okay. So, see, I watched this on my Blu-ray because when I watched it, it wasn't on HBO. But this is my ultimate New Year's Eve movie. These two know I watch it every year. On New Year's Eve, the last movie of the year, it has, 16 diary entries for me. So 15 years, because the first year I watched it wasn't on New Year's Eve. It was just like, hey, I'm going to watch it. Fell in love with it, and then realized over the years that, hey, this is like one of my top 5 favorite films of all time. And there it is. But yeah, directed by Rob Reiner, written by Nora Ephron, who RIP to her too, because like, can we just say movies really haven't been the same for me in terms of like the falling in love aspect of New York and other cities since her death in 2012. And like the fact she's been gone that long is crazy. And her last movie being Julie and Julia, like, when I saw that movie, it was packed. It was like me, my parents, and all the women in that room enjoying Julie and Julia. Anyway, I digress. All right. This movie stars.
Oh, I thought you were going to go on a tangent about lucky numbers.
Look, okay, I gave that movie a chance. This movie stars people that I'm blanking. Oh my god.
Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan?
Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan, yes. To which last year when they came out to do Best Picture, you best believe I was screaming in this house. Like, I was like, this is a big deal for me. Then they had a Super Bowl commercial, and I was like, this is a moment for me. I am living this. Anyway, Harry Burns, played by Billy Crystal, and Sally Albright, played by Meg Ryan. Where's she been? We need her. I need her anyway. All of you are like, who's Meg Ryan? Exactly. Okay, I grew up differently, y'all. I grew up to respect Meg Ryan in this house.
I saw her movie in the theater. That one she starred in. Did she direct it?
She directed it in the airport.
Yeah.
So did I. And the voice was probably Tom Hanks, but she's never shared who the voice was. That was Tom fucking Hanks. And you best believe I knew that. I was like, Sleepless in Seattle. Okay. I love these types of movies, okay? They make me feel very good. I hate that we don't have these types of movies. And if you say, but we do, no. The Netflix things that want to be this type of movie are not the same thing, okay? I will say that the closest I felt like this was that one with Glenn Powell and the MAGA girl. What's that one?
Oh.
That one where they're in Australia.
Anyone But You? Is that what it's called?
one.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, so Harry and Sally meet in 1977. After college, they travel from Chicago to New York. And their main conversation, because this is the 70s and we have no cell phones then, and clearly no radio to like sing along or anything, is can men and women just be friends without having sex? And this is like the driving force of their conversation. And when they get to New York, they depart, never to probably see each other again. 5 years later, 1982, which also this is something that in the past few years I've not looked this up, but like I've counted how many years it took and I was just interested. But now Wikipedia it tells you. So, bear with me. Back in the old days though, I used to be like, how long has this been? So anyway, 5 years later, they run into each other again at an airport. They just happen to be taking the same flight. Harry says that now he's engaged. Sally is dating somebody. They talk. They're probably not going to be the best of friends ever. Again, it's the 80s. They part ways. 5 more years later, it's 87. They run into each other at a bookstore in the most like New York type bookstore possible. Carrie Fisher has now entered the picture. We love Carrie Fisher in this movie. They once again just start talking and kind of build up this new friendship. They call each other on the phone. They watch movies. Casablanca, which we didn't talk about, but Zay had mentioned, I think, before we started recording, that both The Apartment and this movie talk about Best Picture winners. The Apartment, Grand Hotel. We didn't mention that it's a very funny scene where he's trying to watch Grand Hotel, and it's like ad after ad after ad to get to the damn movie. And in this movie, they both watch Casablanca together, or as Meg Ryan puts, Casablanca.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always funny to me. But yeah, so what was I saying? They talk, they flirt, yada yada yada. And still their conversation goes on of like, what should we be? Should we be friends or should we be something more than friends? And it goes on for really a while like that. You kind of see that there are moments where, for me anyway, I really want them to be together, but I think they had to find themselves for that too. They tried to set each other up with their own best friends, Carrie Fisher and Bruno Kirby, who RIP to him, because I always forget every time I watch this, he died like in 2006. And like, I always think that he's around still just because like his presence is so known to me through this and also through The Godfather Part 2. Like he's very good in that too. Obviously Godfather Part 2 is like not my favorite movie, but he's also in Stuart Little.
What a triple feature.
Right. But yeah, they try to set each other up with their mutual friends, but then their mutual friends fall for each other, and it just becomes a whole thing, even more of relationships, until at some point they realize that they don't even know if they can be friends anymore, which I think it's interesting to think about that because they finally, well, as far as we see, they finally do have sex after all this talking and stuff, and it doesn't turn out well for the both of them. There's a very awkward salad eating scene afterwards, which it's like, post-coital. What do you want? You want some salad, and it's a very hearty New York salad.
There's a lot of crunching.
Right. Zay talking about the working class of the 60s in The Apartment. This is more the yuppie era of the 80s New York. So they're moderately, we don't know. Honest to God, their jobs are not important at all in this, but they have nice homes. Like, they have nice homes, they have nice lives, everything. I don't know if I should spoil this movie, but I mean, it's been around since 89. But yeah, they eventually do fall in love with each other. I think the biggest question a lot of fans have nowadays is, would they stay together? I'm not sure if they would. I think the more time passes when I watch this movie, they're right for each other for the time, but will they stay around with each other for the long run? I don't think so. And can you hear that noise? Okay, let me go. Oh, no, Toby's going. Toby's going.
Go, Toby.
Just slit its throat. Oh my God. It's the washer.
I hoped it was.
Put it. Anyway, yeah. So there's Harry and Sally. I love this movie. Like I said, I don't know. I think it just brings me a sense of joy. These are two people that, to me, they belong with each other. Like I said at the time, I don't think they're around together for the long run of things. I could see them having a kid, and just the way that Sally acts and the way Harry acts together, their personalities don't blend well at all. But I think watching that and just like, to me, the quirkiness of it all is the reason why I like watching this. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, go. I know you both have seen it. Let's start with the nasty and go with the fun.
I don't think I'm that nasty though. I just
Let me read you Zay's review here. Hold on.
it's not even that harsh.
It says, "This is the worst movie I've ever
Oh
seen
my
in my
God.
life." And that's saying something.
I didn't realize that I was supposed to watch Hacksaw Ridge for this. Did you know on Letterboxd that's the highest rating movie? That's like the difference because I've only given it a half star. So it's like this movie you rated a lot lower than all the other movies, and it's like a 4.0 on Letterboxd. I'm like,
Is
what are
it
you?
really?
Yes. What are you people doing?
Oh my God.
Anyway, that's beside the point of anything. No,
Wow.
I like a lot of moments in this. It's like I don't know what to just like. It never comes together for me as much as there are different little points I like. Like I laughed when he was like, Billy Crystal was talking to his friend at the baseball game, and he was like, the wave is good.
The
And
wave.
also when he's like, the story where he was like, Mr. Zero knew for a week and but knew before me, and she was like, "It was your birthday. I didn't want to ruin your birthday," and it's just like, made it's such a funny trick. And then he was like, "I made that story up," which is exactly something I would do if something like that happened to me. I would just be like, "All right, let's make it funny," and then I'll go into the serious shit. Um, what else? Oh, and when they're in the bookstore later, the books that are near Meg Ryan and Carrie Fisher, they're all self-help books. And I'm like, you say yuppies, and I'm like, that is such like a yuppie culture. Like the only books that are on display are ones that are like stupid self-help books that really mean nothing.
I'm going to go off on another tangent here. I don't like self-help books.
No, they're all stupid.
And
I've
if like,
never read one.
and the fact that I see people, my friends are in like their 40s, reading those, I'm like, it's too late. It's too late.
Just give up.
Like, I'm not going to say there probably is a few out there that really could help you, but there's so many you have to swim through that I'm like, I don't know. I would not, I find through other ways, I don't need to read an entire book. I'll figure it out a different way.
Also, the fact that at this point too, in the bookstore scene, they're about our age.
Sure.
Because like
Yeah.
that's also the crazy part of things. Like they're well-established yuppie lives of New York, and they're our age.
I also love that the Carrie Fisher character is similar to the Shirley MacLaine character in The Apartment, where she's seeing a married man, and literally it's like over 5 years, where it's just like Meg Ryan's character is like, he's not leaving his wife until she finally like comes to like accept that. And it's like, you know what? You're right. I will go on a date with, well, at the time she thinks she's going on a date with Billy Crystal, and then that's a cute one.
And
I
she
like
brings
that.
out her Rolodex of men.
The Rolodex is good.
The fact it's a Rolodex.
And see, that's the thing. It's like there's so many things in this I like. I'll think it's funny, but it's my problem at the end of the day is I don't like the themes of this movie. I don't love I don't know the center point of can a man and a woman be friends? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's very like from that era, very individualist, like why can't you be friends? That's just weird. I don't know. I'm coming from a home.
Let's nope. Finish that.
I'm just I'm coming from a, queer perspective of like, I have friends across all things.
Okay, now let's get the non-queer perspective. Go.
Well, that was something I thought about, was that, especially this being made in 1989, it is significant that Harry and Sally are both heterosexual. And so that element is obviously not brought into it. But I also think, like, I get what you're saying, because, like, I don't disagree. And I know that, like, that's essentially what Rob Reiner wanted to make the movie about. But I also, watching the characters of Harry and Sally, it makes total sense that that is something the two of them would discuss off and on over a decade plus, however long they. So, like, I think they do a nice job of making it make sense for the two characters.
I guess that's fair. But then it's also like they give them the happy ending. I like Christian's interpretation that maybe it's not an ending that is happy, that they probably are breaking up at least once. If they don't get back together, they might. I could see that happening too.
I feel like they'll have a child, and then they'll be good with that, and
But
say, you know what, I can move on.
I think they'll co-parent well.
Sure. But I think giving the audience that happy ending, regardless, with no like real thing happening after that, I was like, I think that's a cake and having it too moment, which is ironic because Christian just got some cake. Um, so I think it would be like, I don't know. It's just always kind of like, I don't know. I don't think they should be together in the end, but it's also like, there's no guarantee that they stay together.
Yeah. I also don't think there's any other real way to end it. Like, I think they kind of back themselves into a corner. Part of it is that I just find the chemistry so good. Like,
Well, that too.
There's
that. I'll admit to that. No, that's the other thing, is Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan are so good in moments that I'm like, I don't have a problem with the script anymore.
Yeah. So, like, if they don't end up together at the end of the movie, I think it's gonna. I mean, people are gonna leave unsatisfied, I think. So there's never a doubt in the movie that yes, like at the end they're gonna be together. Like Christian said, will they stay together? Who knows? But I think, and that's one thing for me too. When I first saw this, I gave it like 4 stars and was like, it's really good. I like it. I maybe love it, but not quite there. I've done a flip. I love this movie. 5 stars.
Oh, wait. Hey, I'm back.
And it's because I think, like,
It's because you've been married.
Perhaps. But the themes, and like you mentioned, there's so much of this stuff that is traditional rom-com that we've seen before and we've seen 1,000 times since, with like the story beats and what actually happens in the movie. But like I was saying, I think the characters are so interesting and well-formed. And I think Ephron's screenplay is so damn good that, yes, it's traditional. Yes, it has, it ends exactly the way you might expect it to. But the details are so good that it works really well for me. And I'm kind of on the same page as Christian, where like, it is a feel-good movie and not everybody is going to vibe with that. But I also had the sense of, and I'll say it, I often hate when people say this, but I'm going to say it, they just don't make them like this anymore. Like, there is certainly a nostalgia piece to it where it's like, even rom-coms that are good nowadays, they're not like this. And I think part of that is the 80s of it leading into the 90s. It was just made, it was the right movie for the right time, I think. But the mixture of the screenplay, the performances, and the direction, because I think structurally the film is interesting too. It all meshes into something that really works for me.
I love the interludes too, of like the real couples telling about their stories and everything. That's always been fun to watch. And I don't know, like you're saying, the structure, I like how it's all fleshed out too. Like, it's not like we're gonna give us a few months to do this. It's like it takes them 12 years to figure out, are they compatible with one another? Which I'm like, okay, that doesn't seem believable, but at the same time, I guess it could be. I don't know.
I mean,
not in that situation.
Not the same, because Lee and I did not like meet up with each other interspersed, but we met 8 years before we started dating. So
I've never heard your story.
Oh, yeah, we met in college. And
I
then,
didn't know this.
I
yeah,
didn't know that either.
and then Lee graduated a year and a half later, or maybe two and a half. And then,
You're a cougar. Wait, no, vice versa.
yeah, Lee's 2 years older than me. And then
Lee's a cougar.
Lee moved to California.
Oh my God.
And then when they moved back, that's when we
Why would you leave California?
because they didn't make money and they were
Oh.
miserable.
Expensive place.
Yeah.
Sure. Back to the ruggedness of Indiana.
Did I ever tell you? I've told you that Lee worked at a doggy daycare that celebrities would go to. They watched Alice and Janney's dogs.
I don't know much about this Lee person. I've just been to a wedding with them and also had breakfast with them. But who is the real Lee? Because this seems something important you should have said.
I also feel like I could have told you and you would have just forgotten. Literally, what was your
Fair.
text the other day? You watch Abbott Elementary? And I'm like, girl, we talked about this.
Whatever. Meg Ryan, where'd she go?
She got older.
She has a kid.
Yeah.
This is nominated for screenplay, and I want to say score. No.
Just screenplay.
Okay.
What did it lose to?
I didn't
My
get that far.
left foot. Am I right?
We're looking.
Who's this we? I only see you typing.
It lost to Dead Poets Society.
Oh my God.
Do you not like Dead Poets Society?
I've not seen it in a long time to judge that.
Me either.
I will say it beat not only When Harry Met Sally, but also Do the Right Thing.
Damn.
So here's my controversial hot take for you all. And I was hoping one day we would get to the 1989 episode. But this is my favorite movie. It's like number 5. I have this winning in most major categories. So
tracks.
Yeah. I had to ask myself, do the right thing or an orgasm at a deli, and I went the orgasm way. Which again, those sandwiches were worth it, and I understand her. I had what she had. The sandwich, that is.
Oh my God.
That place too, Katz's Deli, is not like obviously it's a movie. They had to take out things so they could put the cameras in there. It is not big enough to fit a film crew in there.
That's crazy.
Oh.
Like when we watched it this past year, Toby was like, "How did they do that?" Because even walking was tight in there for us. And they're giving us one tray that we had to carry all this food. And by we carrying all this food, me carrying all this food.
But Brett, going back to your they don't make them like this anymore. I think it's because the rom-com is that genre of, well, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. And this was the modern wheel. Like, they remade the wheel to make Harry Met Sally, and then everyone was like, okay, so we just need to do this again.
Yeah.
Because it's not even that much different from It Happened One Night. But, people weren't exactly going off of that as often by the 80s. And so they were just like, let's do this. And then it was such a smash hit. They were just like, this is the only kind of rom-com we need to make at this point.
That's why I liked Anyone But You, is because I was able to actually sit in a theater. I was able to laugh, enjoy myself. They at first didn't want to fall in love with each other. They didn't like each other, and then they slowly built that. I got to see some butt cheeks. Like, I had a good time with that movie. Have I seen it since? No. But I remember it, and I liked it.
I mean, that also has the thing of, that's Shakespeare, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Okay, I remember that.
So, again, it still had some very classical, foundation.
Yeah. That's why I think it's in the details. Like, the thing that really makes this movie work, I mean, obviously the screenplay is fantastic. The lead performances are fantastic. But I actually really want Harry and Sally to be together at the end of the movie. even at the moments where I think they shouldn't be. And like a lot of rom-coms, it's like, I think that we think that out of necessity for the story or out of convenience for the story. Whereas this one, for me, it feels more like convenience. It's like, it's a true go Harry, go getter at the end. And
His final
really
monologue
works.
is wonderful.
Yeah.
It's like all her quirks and all her like flaws and stuff, but he still loves her in the end. And she's like, I hate you. And then it's like, yeah, okay.
That's another thing that's kind of like The Apartment, where Christian, you mentioned they don't end on a kiss there. Here they do, but it's not at midnight. I really like that. That's like a really small detail where like midnight passes, they're all sad, and then she literally says, I hate you, and then they kiss. Like,
Right.
it's cool.
And they talk about how the wedding was and the cake with the sauce on the side. And great film. We all loved it. Wow. A new perspective of life.
I just have to mention the wagon wheel table scene.
Oh my God.
I think that's maybe the funniest scene of the movie.
And see, every time I think of that scene, I think of you and Haley for whatever reason. Because I feel like you would be like, I hate this. And she'd be like, I love it. And you'd be like, yeah, we can keep it. I love it too, baby.
Yeah, I don't fight back like the guy does in this. Like Bruno
Clearly
Kirby
not.
does. I just love when Harry's walking out and the guy, Bruno Kirby's like, I thought you said you liked it. And he's like, I was being nice.
I was being nice.
And then you see him throwing it out later when they're on the porch. It's so funny.
Also, I kid you not, the reason I like to look up endings to movies is because of Harry in this. It's because like he's like, if I die, I won't know how it ended. And he's literally reading a book and he goes to the end and he's like,
Oh, does this
That's me.
does no one talk about that he reads Misery?
No, I pointed that out to Toby the last time. Because I was like, look, he's reading what Rob Reiner's next movie would be.
Is that the one where he's like, I can't remember if it's Misery, but he has a book open and he's on like the very first page. And Sally calls him and he's like, oh no, I was just finishing up a book.
No,
I think it's a different one, but he
that's
is
a
reading
different
Misery in this.
Okay.
Misery was during a montage.
Okay.
And then he's like complaining like she alphabetizes her films or her
Yeah.
tapes. And it's like, this day and age, that's not a strange concept.
I loved it.
I might delete this. That is a me and Haley thing, the ordering stuff, where Sally has a very specific order. That's Haley. I'm Harry, where I'm like, give me the number 2.
You're not deleting this. You must keep this in. I have her number.
We've all talked about our partners this episode. It's a very
true.
apt. I will defend Haley, and
I haven't.
You talked about Toby. You went to the thing with Toby. You didn't. It wasn't personal, but Toby was part of the story.
Okay, then let me tell you a personal story. He has to have every sauce in the fucking world when he eats something. I make chicken fried rice. Here comes the buffalo sauce. Here comes the Cholula. What do we have tonight? Grilled cheese. Is there sauce over there? There's not, but I'm sure there would have been.
See, I'm the sauce person in the relationship. Lee's like, don't put too
I
much
love
sauce
sauce.
on my thing, and I'm like, okay, got it. And then I'm just like, I need so much sauce.
I'm a sauce person too.
Last night we got Chinese food. When he comes home, he made mushrooms to put on top of his Chinese food. And I was like, what are you doing?
I get
Just
it.
eat.
See, that's
Just eat.
that's where I related to Sally, because I'm like, I get it. Sometimes I don't like how people do things.
But in his defense, I'll be on his side for this one. He will tell me I'm the more picky eater because, like, hamburger, I want nothing on it but cheese. Nothing. Any vegetables, put them away from me.
It's cheese and onion for Haley.
Onion?
And I want everything.
Yeah, I want everything.
Ew, no, it's cheese and mayonnaise, and that's it.
Oh, not mayonnaise. Unless it's vegan mayonnaise. I just don't like the egg.
You can't even taste egg in mayonnaise.
Yes, you can. You absolutely can. Any person who does not like mayonnaise can. Yeah.
Also, he complains to me I don't like Kewpie mayonnaise. I'm like, it doesn't look right.
You know who has good What is it called? Guy Fieri has like a spice.
Why'd you say it with such an accent?
Because that's how
Guy
you
Fieri.
Fieri. He has like a spicy aioli, and that shit is so fucking good. I'll put it on anything. It was buy one get one at the Kroger. Oh my god, we had it for months.
For months.
Not a month probably, but yeah.
We have so much. So we have so many condiments in this fridge. You would not believe it.
Oh,
And you know how many I actually use? Like 2.
Leah would say the same thing.
What were we talking about originally?
Well, you know, Haley's orders.
Oh my gosh. Back to her. I'm going to make sure that she hears this.
Now you can't.
We'll leave it in.
You can't, because there's a whole conversation that came from it.
There we go. We made sure of that.
Okay, so example, you go to, I don't know, let's just pick an easy restaurant. You go to Chili's. What's your order?
The chicken crispers.
Why? They're not any good anymore.
They are too. Those are
good. The battery ones are the best.
Or a steak.
Okay, and what's hers?
She's not as bad as Sally by any means. She's not like that extreme. But like, it's like when especially drive-through, like if I go to, I don't know, Freddy's or McDonald's or something, I'm like, number 8 with a Diet Pepsi, I'm done. She's like the type that does like this plus this plus this, and just like not its own like singular meal.
And that's also me, because I order off the Taco Bell app. Because I do want to swap the meat out for black beans, so that's always just the easiest thing for me. But then I'm like, well, I'm already here. Let's add a little sauce in there. Let's add some rice. So I get it.
Yeah.
You know, we only live one life. As long as you're not making it a huge problem for everyone else, get what you want.
That's true.
Okay, tell the 2 diabetics that. That's fine.
Well, Leah will be home in about 45 minutes. I can tell them to get a third one in.
That was Harry and Sally. I tell you, when they appeared at the Oscars last year, I was crying. It was beautiful. Love that. All right. That it?
Well,
I think that's it.
Okay. It says here other films that fit the double feature. Somebody put New Year's Eve.
Oh no.
It wasn't me. Oh my
That was
God. I don't even think I've seen that one. I've seen Valentine's Day.
I watched that one in high school, and I was like, this is dog shit, Mom.
And
I saw it in theaters.
And
Oh
what'd
my
she say?
God.
You go to your room. Why do you hate me?
I could not have pulled. You can name celebrities, and of course, they'd probably be in this movie.
Kevin Spacey.
Hilary Swank, Robert De Niro, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer. With
Josh-
Zac Efron.
Yeah, Zac Efron, Josh Duhamel, Sarah Jessica Parker, Leah Michelle, Ashton Kutcher, Halle Berry, John Bon Jovi.
Oh, that's right. Because he's the performer.
Sarah Paulson,
Wow.
Ludacris, Alyssa Milano,
Oh my God.
Jim Belushi.
This isn't the one with Taylor Swift. That's Valentine's Day.
Correct.
Because she had the song with it too.
Just a wild time where that was the thing to make. Because they made a Mother's Day one too, didn't they?
Yes.
With Julia Roberts' wig. I've never seen that movie. I just know the wig.
It made $54 million at the box office, though.
New Year's Eve did?
Yes. Gary Marshall directed it.
Mm-hmm.
And he got a Razzie nomination.
He also did Valentine's Day.
Oh my God.
That's wild.
All right. Silver Linings Playbook.
That was me too. That was one. They also get together. It's not on New Year's Eve, but it's in between Christmas and New Year's. So it's like in that same time frame. And that's another one where I'm like, really wanted them to get together in the end. So it reminded me of that.
You've Got Mail. Lovely. Okay, fine. I guess I'll speak on it. Lovely 90s romantic comedy. Have you both never seen You've Got Mail?
I've seen it.
I
It's
watched
just been a while.
it in high school, and I did not.
Oh.
Even then, I did not like the ending.
Okay, little shop girl.
I love
But also
Shop
with
Around
Meg.
the Corner.
Well, this is okay. So we'll include that in there because this is the modern version of it. But yeah, Meg Ryan is in this one and Tom Hanks, so it's nice. And it's interesting because it's about the idea of small independent bookstores versus like at that time it was Borders, essentially conglomerate big bookstores. Which brings me to my next point of I saw a TikTok the other day where it was like we actually do need Barnes and Nobles because those are holding down the fort to protect against Amazon for the little guys. For the little guys.
Sometimes.
So no, it's like this because here's the big wall that's Barnes and Noble, right?
Okay.
Here is the little guys of the independent bookstore. Here's my head, which will be Amazon, trying to get in to get the little guys decimated. Because the issue is sometimes like they have to have a certain amount of book orders. Like, okay, I want the latest one of those stupid Fourth Wing books or whatever, but like I have to order 50 of them, but I know only like 2 are gonna sell. Well, they can't do that. That's why then you go to Barnes and Noble. So it's a whole thing. But
I
that's my take on
suppose.
bookstores.
There's just like so many. I like living in Indianapolis because there's so many more independent bookstores around here than even a Barnes and Noble. So at least we have a nice culture for that.
You know what my favorite independent bookstore is? The library.
Well, there's that too. We have a good library.
You also have a 70mm IMAX, which you don't deserve, but that's another story for another day.
They're showing The Shining this week.
You
Wow.
bitch. Next is Sleepless in Seattle.
The Nora Ephron of it all.
Yeah. Another
Yeah.
Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks movie. When I went up to the Empire State Building after seeing this movie, I wanted to go up to women and be like, "Are you Annie?" But then I was like, I don't know if anybody knows that reference. The Before trilogy.
I did think
Love those
about
movies.
those. I need to rewatch. I haven't seen them in forever. I love them though.
The whole conversational aspect of it
Mhm.
all. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Desk Set, which is my favorite Hepburn and Tracy movie.
Oh.
Yes, but if we're talking office workplace during like the 50s, 60s, this is one of them. Also very relevant because it talks about a computer, which in this case would be AI, taking over human abilities and stuff. So, great film though. Anybody?
Have not seen it.
Oh, Death Set? Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Okay. How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Really good musical. It's a movie too. Um, but yeah, all about the office workforce and how, like, in the case of CC, how to make it big in his company, how to make it big in a company, essentially. All right. We have The Crowd, which Brett mentioned.
Yeah. Especially the workplace aspect of it all. Working class type deal.
And then I put Lost in Translation too, just for the human interaction of it all. So in this case, a very sad, more so sad than anything.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Makes
Um,
sense.
I didn't pull up any. I didn't pull up the document to type in mine, but I have a couple. Moonstruck. I love Moonstruck. Will forever love
Snap
Moonstruck.
out of it.
Um, oh, what was the other one I was looking at? The Lady Eve. I thought would be a good one. I like the Lady Eve a lot. And yeah, that's about it. But
That's it.
well,
You made it seem like you had a document of like 20.
no,
I feel cheated.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's it. That's the show.
But
Good
wait,
picks.
there's more.
Oh, Lord.
We're announcing next week, not week, the next episode's movies. Wow, don't get too excited.
Oh. Woo! Sorry, I was reading something.
I have definitely mentioned this movie on the last podcast, and
Is it The Spirit of the
it
Beehive?
sure is.
Nice.
I was thinking about that the other day, actually.
So, The Spirit of the Beehive, 1973 by Victor Erice. It's on the Criterion Channel for those who want to watch beforehand.
Do you want to give us or is the next one a laugh out loud or?
Oh, no, this one's like coming of age, loss of innocence.
Oh Lord.
Love it.
Yeah. But it's a movie about a girl who learns about the concept of death after watching 1931's Frankenstein. So, the second movie I'm picking is one I haven't watched in a very long time, and I think Christian is the one who told me to watch it.
Oh, I've seen it.
It'll be 1998's Gods and Monsters,
Oh my God.
Oh.
which is a biopic / whatever of uh James
James
Whale.
Whale.
James Whale.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's like the most reaction I've gotten out of one of yours.
I'm very excited. I have not seen either of these, but they are ones that
You've
I've
never seen Gods and Monsters?
No. Both
my
movies I've heard
God.
really good things about, so I'm excited.
When was the last time I saw Gods and Monsters? 2013.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while. Okay.
That one is not on streaming, so go find it at your local library.
Oh, let me look.
Well, I'm gonna look right now.
Gods and Monsters. If
Put
it
that
ain't the
shit on
first
hold.
search, they don't have it. Oh, they have it. Okay, place hold. Cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since 2015, I think, so.
Wow.
Good.
The only to tell you how long it's been, I can still remember there's one scene where Ian McKellen mentions that during the war they used to eat like the fat from like a roast, like when you make it. So when you watch that, be like, "Damn, Christian, how'd you remember that?"
Okay. Noted.
That's the show.
Well, I'm just glad I made up a title that made you react.
Made me
For
giddy.
real.
Lord, I thought it was gonna be something like "Babe, Pig in the City."
Because we're watching it again, folks. We're gonna make sure Christian gets it this time.
Does like Clockwork Orange in my eyes. It's like, I'm cured. I'm cured.
All right. Well,
Cool.
Brett, you gonna take us out?
Follow us everywhere. Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram. All the links are in our show notes. And
Also follow us on our personal Letterboxd pages because not a lot of people like my reviews.
This is true. We all could use more followers.
Maybe not Zay, but nobody liked my last review.
I'm sorry. I never think to go and look for you, and yours just don't pop up for some reason. I'm sorry.
I just forget to like shit. I'll read it and be like, oh, cool. And I'll just forget to like it.
Well, at
I'm
least you don't copy and paste the link, and then I go back and I'm like, they didn't even like the review.
sorry. That's true. But tune in next time.
Bye.
Farewell.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Get out of here.